Gnar would be. Just
I don't want to think about it, honestly. Really. If
think
Doinby played the Gnar, maybe I'd be like a little bit, okay, like this is some cook or something like that. Clearly a mistake. Across the rift. Hunting down Cream now at this point. Has no flash. Could be a play. Here comes the Weaver's Wall. Very aggressive, though. If they landed the shove, maybe an opportunity, but Doinby does not find it.
Yeah, it's a good look. You want to be looking for these proactive plays, even if they're not necessarily efficient. Not really a ton else to do on the map right now. If you're not utilizing that Talia and that Neferi power spike, then you are wasting time as Cream to get at least a little bit of poke damage down. But, you know, this game is far from over, as I stated earlier. I do think that there are plenty of ways for TES to come back, especially because the gold, while it's on Corki, which is the best case scenario here for NIP, is certainly not insurmountable. You're not looking at a gold lead that there's no way to recover from. And if you can play front to back with that 1k gold lead that Gnar has on the top side, Triforce completed, you know, things can still be rather scary. NIP can find
an Impale will land, combined with a Deadly Flourish. An easy kill onto the Talia will result in top Esports evening up the kill count at 7. Beautiful play from them so far. Another nice buffer from Cream to make sure that ultimate doesn't connect. That's going to be a fun interaction to watch for the remainder of this game.
Yeah, it looks like Cream's even just saving it for that specific interaction, which is pretty funny. As we see the Rift Herald now dropped into the mid lane, it's going to be targeted on this mid lane tier 1. They should be able to get this without relative trouble.
We'll see how much damage they have with just a Jhin at the AD carry position. Wave cleared out, but in comes 369. The crash down prevents the Gnar from landing onto leave, but it'll still find Niket. Ixtal's impact lands. The Redemption gonna heal him up a lot, buy a lot of time before Jackie Love eventually lands the final blow with the bouncing grenades. Unfortunately for NIP, they were not in a position to find anything else off of that play, so it is just a kill in the mid lane tower going down for free.
Graves, this is exactly what I was talking about. You can't count the game out for TES. They have so many tools to scale into the late game, and the problem for NIP is they don't really have a lot of those tools. The Corki, really the only one that can be efficient, but Kanavi just playing really aggro with his positioning. Fortunately, Doinby just walks into the enemy jungler, ends up getting ulted after the stun, and there goes the Talia, even at a very scary front to back that top Esports should be able to control.
It's actually going to be a Black Cleaver, which not only helps 369, but also will make sure that Collector from Jackie Love does even more damage in terms of shredding the armor of the front line. You already see a plate of steel caps in the hands of the invulnerability. Cream whiffs on the ultimate, and now top Esports could be in some danger with Solo Kill approaching. He's looking for the flash away from Hong, and the curtain call's been opened up, and Doinby going to get taken down, but he finds the seismic shove. Leave still alive. He gets flourished, but he cleanses beautifully to keep himself alive. Solo Kill into the back line. Will take down Hong. Jackie Love goes down to Nio, and Ninjas in Pyjamas will be able to come back and win the fight.
I did not think NIP had a shot in that fight. It is a beautiful engage from Kanavi, but there's no damage to follow up. Cream completely whips the Azir ultimate. There's no damage coming out from him. Jackie Love is being forced to be the #1 primary damage dealer, and he's got Rapid Fire Cannon as second item. It's just not enough to break through the front line. Eventually, NIP is going to be able to get on the backside.
Okay.
Otacon's going low. 369's here. Oh.
Smites it away. Question is, will they escape? Cream using a teleport, not realizing how quickly that Otacon was going to go down. So just a waste to that.
Way too late in Solo Kill. Just 1v1ing the Gnar at this point on the back end. He's so close to being able to get another heal reset. If he does, that fight could look very, very different for top Esports, but they are eventually able to take down the Crocodile. And 12-12, 25 minutes into the game, we've got a banger on our hands, Graves.
Hey, we got the bot laners as our featured matchup, but let's show some love to the top side of the map here as well. 369 and Solo Kill putting on a clinic here in this game at number 3. Both top laners, the focal points of these major team fights in this game that could make or break the series in the upper bracket quarterfinals. I mean, talking about Solo Kill, right? I mean, just not even on the starting roster for this team at the start of the split for NIP, getting an opportunity when Gen.G was replaced, going up against one of the staples here in the LPL, and he struggled a little bit in their first game. The rest of his team to arrive. The Impale only landing onto the support, and it could mean that Hong gonna go down in a trade. So a 1-for-1 overall. You're gonna be happy about that if you're NIP, especially with the kill going to leave.
Yeah, it's an aggressive trade once again for TES. It's Kanavi staying active on the map, but if you're going to do that, you got to trade 1-for-1. You know his entire team is around.
Let's give top Esports a nice opportunity to clear some vision on the top side of the map as NIP redeploys. But now we are looking at major objectives in 2 minutes. That Infernal Dragon would be very nice for top Esports to pick up. But for now, the focus is the Baron, which top Esports now have really good control over.
It's a really, really risky setup for both of these teams. You definitely don't want to get caught out. The next fight could be the one that determines the entire game as 369 just continues to absolutely punish Solo Kill in this side lane. He has been so strong throughout this game at being able to or any priority despite the gold in the game. Like Solo Kill is entirely on the back foot in no part due to his gameplay. It's just the way that the interaction goes. And so credit to 369 for taking advantage of it, but the Infernal Dragon has spawned. This would be sole point for Top Esports. They are here first, but how much do NIP want to commit to this? This could be the fight that ends up deciding the game.
Weaver's wall in, Chovy
has all of his rockets, Solo Kill, Nio, all of these ultimates are still on the table. The dance will continue around this spot, but you know who it really comes down to? It's Cream on this Azir. He's got the gold lead for Top Esports. If he can find a way in, that could be huge for TES's chances. Here we go.
Flash ulti divide all up alongside that hourglass for Cream. The deadly flourish lands on Iniket, but there's no follow-up right now for Top Esports. An opportunity to attack Doinby, who is without flash and without that Seekers himself. The Baron's been started up by Top Esports, but Nio is in the area, has his flash, has his ultimate, has his smite, the most important part. Niket with the two-man Magnus Storm, finds the stun, but immediately Jackie Love's going to be able to take him down. Solo Kill with the Sterix will keep himself alive. Solo Kill will finally drop, but in goes Leave. He'll take down Chovy, and Nio's able to burst down Cream as well. In they go on to Jackie Love. The curtain call canceled, and Nio forced to go invulnerable. 369 approaching Mininar form. The health bar still on Top Esports' side, but it's a 3-for-3 and the Baron still stands.
Out of there, but boy, is it a knife edge. Like, it is so close. And Dragon's now on the map, and this is sole point for both.
Yeah, resets came through for NIP a little bit later than Tops, which meant that now the objective and control around the river belongs to your #1 seed. They're going to be able to secure this one, get themselves Infernal Soul Point. Would have been the Soul if NIP didn't get the last one. And now Hong's looking for a pick. Deadly Flourish on top of the Solar Flare, only finding Niket. And in that dismounted form, still in a very dangerous spot. He's able to finally reproc the W with Nio forcing NIP, able to have that advantage just in terms of, you know, the amount of pressure that they have across the map. And you can take a look in terms of the turret count. They just have the ability to rotate better than NIP does at this current point. NIP do not have a tower yet in this game, and it really handcuffs their ability to rotate around the map. As you can see now, forced to go back to the Baron Nashor. Poking here is Doinby and Leave. Nio jumping forward. They find a stun to Chovy. That is the Impale down. A big cooldown that NIP should try to take advantage of here.
Yeah, they absolutely need to. 369.
He's been caught. Oh, seismic shove lands on a 369. Pucks to Sterix, but now in goes Nio. The Impale will send him forward. The HL's impact going to be able to take him down. Jungler for NIP out of the picture, and so's the support. Curtain call opened up here for Jackie Love, just forcing NIP to back away as Top Esports gain control and should control the Baron at 35 minutes.
It's massive for Top Esports. We've been talking about the knife's edge. We've been talking about the pendulum swinging. Well, Top just put their statement into the bank, and Jackie Love is not done. He's looking for the rest of this team. Baron has been acquired, but the real hero up clutch. And now with the Baron buff, they're going to look to siege down this top lane tier 2.
Sterix OP. And the Gnar able to survive because of that shield specifically. And now the tower lead will grow with Bear fall off a little bit because the front line has really grown on TES's side. They're wearing purple for another 85 seconds, and they're going to try to collapse upon this mid lane tier 3 with Cream, as well as the bot lane tier 2 with the rest of them.
They need to play
go.
safe here, Nio.
Oh,
what a
look at the
huge ult!
impale onto 3. But here comes the collapse from Doinby. In with the Weaver's Wall a little bit sooner. But Jackie Love's got the first kill on the solo kill. And Cream in with the Emperor's Divide. Just an exclamation point on a disastrous team fight for Ninjas in Pyjamas. A quadra kill with the deadly flourish of Jackie Love will send your #1 seed to match point.
Kanavi impales a stake through the hearts of Ninjas in Pyjamas, and Jackie Love is there to pick up the remains. They are breaking down the base, they are breaking down the towers, and Top Esports are doing what they should have done all along. Pick up a much-needed victory here and send us to a Game 4 against Ninjas in Pyjamas.
11-2-8 on Jackie.